Hey guys, welcome back to Having a Blast. This time we're going to be taking a look at Xenocider on the Sega Dreamcast. We have already done our Ots plays on this when we went through the campaign without losing a life. We gained that vital achievement and unlocked some extra game modes in the game. So today we're going to jump over and have a look at all the extra modes that are crammed into Xenocider that might as well some be games in their own right. And tell you what, I'm going to be banging on about this all the way through the video, guys, but if you do like your Dreamcast and you do like your Sega classics, hidden away on here is an absolute gem. I found a 3D recreation of Space Harrier, the classic Sega arcade game, and I've been giving it so much time just lately. It's so much fun to play. You only get one continue, but that's the fun part, just seeing how far you can get. So let's jump over to the title screen and have a look at some of these extra modes. But Xenocider, my friends, is one of those games that I just cannot shut up about at the moment. If you've got a Dreamcast, get it on your shelf. Excellent shooter. So let's just get on with it. Yes. So here we are. The main title screen of the game itself is just a fantastic piece of looping FMV that just looks really, really nice. Props to the developer again. This game is amazing. So we'll jump in. We've already completed the story mode. There is an alternate route you can take on the story mode, which is a harder route through each stage, which I've not tried yet. But since then, we've managed to unlock Fantasyland mode, which is Space Harrier, simulation mode, which is like a voxel based shooter that just goes on forever with one life to see how far you can get, and of course the game's Manic Mode, which really layers on the pain. So we'll start off with a quick blast on simulation mode because it's the shortest one to do. We'll jump through Fantasyland and then move straight onto Manic Mode and just see how much fun can be had with this one tiny Dreamcast game. Fantastic game. Let's go. Simulation mode, jump in. So simulation mode is very much like some of the bonus stages you play, but you are constantly driving down this long tunnel. There will be some purple little aliens you can see floating over there, like the spaceships on the bonus stages, but you have to get them all. Any that pass you will result in you losing straight away. As you can see, I've got a fairly okay score so far, and I don't think I've been able to beat that in the last couple of tries I had before we started recording. So we'll see just how far we can get in here. The little purple enemies look incredibly familiar. It looks like they seem to be invading from space. Yes? But anyway, let's see how many of these little people can dispatch. They get so close and you can't tell what level they're at. See, like there, I just couldn't see him. So we'll take one more stab at that. What did we get? 400,000, which is bad. So let's try that again. Let's try that again. Bit of concentration this time. See, there's little purple blighters. Your bullets only go so far, so you can't hit them when they're really far away, but you've really got to sort of know exactly which level they're at, like you saw a minute ago with that one that got me. So we'll just do a few little circles in the middle to take out some of the main ones. There we go. That's a bit better than we were doing last time. Well, it's not. It's halfway there, but let's keep going. Let's keep going. Less talky, more shooty means we don't die. Where's the fun in that? So we beat the score we got last time. Continue to shoot these little purple guys. I've not got far enough to know if this actually does change in any way, but at the moment you just keep getting wave after wave of these little purple guys. So we'll continue to take them out. See if we can beat my high score on this try. If we don't, then never mind, we'll move on. But again, you could spend hours just trying to better yourself on this constantly, really. I am having a lot of fun taking these little purple guys out, and they get faster and faster and a bit more chaotic. So we'll try. Oh, we're so close to it. Have we beat it? Have we beat it? Yes, we beat my score. So we don't mind if we die now. We have a new high score. Don't want to die, but if we do, not a stress. We have a new high score. Oh, the waves are getting tighter and faster. Yes. Yes, challenging. The beauty of which you can keep your finger on the fire button so you don't have that incessant clicking and, you know, repetitive strain injury in one's thumb. Oh, we're absolutely obliterating my old score. Come on. It's always good to have a warm-up first, isn't it? Yes. Ah, you crafty ones at the bottom, I saw you. Oh, no, he's got me! No! Ha ha! Well, I'm happy with that. We beat my previous score by about 80,000, so we'll move away from that. Back onto the title screen once we get there. It's just a beautifully animated title screen. Great, love it. Press start, let's go. So on to Fantasyland, guys. This is So much fun to play. It uses the Xenocider engine and just recreates Space Harrier inside, and it's an utter joy to play. So let's get ready! You earn extra lives quite fast in this mode because you can lose them very fast as well. It's very, very, very quick. You've got to be out of the way of the bullets and out of the way of the obstacles before you're on top of them. And Nod's game is not very good at this. I'm quite good at Space Harrier. Once upon a time in Dreamcast land, I was ranked number 12 in Europe on score attack in Space Harrier, which I thought was pretty decent for me. Probably languishing in the millions now because I don't play it very much, but did used to really get on with Space Harrier and instantly just fell in love with this game. It reminds me of the PS2 port of Space Harrier. It's very similar. Very similar. But obviously not every enemy is a Space Harrier enemy here. You'll see they'll use enemies from the main game just as placeholders, I think, because they don't want to use all the same things. But as a hidden extra, man, this is a hidden extra and it's a complete game, I would have thought. Anyone who's got further than me on this, please let me know if this is the complete game or not. Whoa. Hey, I'm watching you, mate. Some of these bosses may have already cropped up already when you saw me playing the main campaign, because once you get to the last stage, I think a lot of these bosses do appear. There we go, we've got the first guy. We've got an extra life as a result, which is always welcome. Because the next stage is the one where we tend to lose a lot of lives. I think it's this one. If it's the one with all the floating heads, then we're in trouble. Oh no, it's not. That'll be the next stage. This one's not so bad, but the next stage is the one that claims most of my lives. This one I just tend to stay low because of all the stuff in the air. But if you don't take a lot of it out, you end up with a bunch of those flying above you and just raining death down. Let's get some of these mammoths. See, there's just loads of them up here now, and you have to take them out, otherwise you just have a bad day. Oh, we've wrapped ourselves around a tree. That's always helpful. Watch out for the enemies, but also watch out for nature. Nature can be an absolute pain in the butt. Oh, yes, yes. That was nice. Get through there nice and easy. I'm not sure if it has the bonus stage you used to get in Space Harrier. I remember that giant alien used to come and pick you up. And you just have to kill all the trees. It's like deforestation, Space Harrier style. I'm not actually sure if that made it into this game. That would be a pretty cool feature, but I can't usually get past the 4th stage. The 3rd boss, for some reason, seems to swallow all your lives because he is a hit point sponge. So once we get to him, this is probably where we're going to end our Fantasyland jaunt. But we'll see if we can get past him. Because what I have a problem with on this stage is these little green flying enemies. They're so quick. I always fly into them whilst I'm trying to avoid them. So what I've found to do is just don't even entertain them. Those enemies are a nightmare to kill. So I try to stay out of their way. Make sure you take out the heads though, because they will stop shooting at you. In this level I will also stay low. Where I can, of course. Utmost concentration. I don't want those. Yeah, see, there they are again, not the fucking green things. Stuff of nightmares for me. Stuff of nightmares. If I can get to the boss without dying, that would be the first time I've done that. And we have. This guy is a hit point sponge. Let's see if we can take him out. Oh. There we go, it's concentration game phase now. This guy usually wipes out all of my lives. And we've lost one. We're probably supposed to be shooting the green thing, but I tell you, every time I get dead on centre, it gets me with a fireball. This guy's a kid. Absolute git. I did see it flash then. I think I got a few crafty hits on me. Here we go, we've got him. How many lives we got left? Right, we've got 6. So this could be Nod's Gamer's best run at Fantasyland yet. So on to Fantasyland 4, which is the one I can never get through. So here we go. Yeah, things start heating up now. There's more scenery to get in your way. There's more quicker moving enemies. Lots of stuff starts firing at you now. So the idea I get when I'm playing this, more than to take out all the enemies, is just survive. Because it is very, very difficult. It's so much fun, yes? Oh, the number one thing that causes death for me is these flipping trees. Oh, nearly those flying fungus things, whatever they were. Ow, they got me that time. Little squid things. Right. So we're down to not as many lives as we had minutes ago. Don't want to look because my lives are hidden. My life counter on the screen is obscured by my camera, so I'm just relying on not dying. Oh, smeg! Oh, 3. No, we're down to 3. See, this is not good. Not good at all. I'm going to try avoiding killing those, avoiding the enemies. Really. Come on. At least make it to the boss. Just a double dragon head. Whoa! You have a few fireballs, my friend. Let's see if we can get this guy with 2 lives down. 2 lives to go. Come on, mate. There's no meat on your bones. We can sort you out. Ooh. Yeah, he shoots at you a lot more than the previous boss did. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's have you. Wow. Don't know how I avoided that. Come on, mate. There we go. Stage 4 down. Mint. So we're now in unexplored territory for Nods Gamers. We get to Fantasyland Stage 5. This is a new one on me. My rumble pack's bodged up, so I'll switch that. That's it. So what do we got this time? Oh! Sudden death on the rocks. If you're not careful. I can see me spending a hell of a lot of time with this. I mean, as a hidden extra in the game Xenocider itself, this warrants just playing on its own. I mean, it's fantastic. It's just so good. I love on-rail shooters, and Space Harrier is the daddy of them all. So to pay homage to it is such a good way. This one I'm going to rename Tree Harrier because I seem to be killed by trees more than enemies. So a recreation of Tree Harrier in Xenocider, but still fantastic, guys. Got a Dreamcast? Get Xenocider. It's that simple. One of the best games I've seen on this machine in a very, very long time. There we are, another boss. This one is... oh, it's just the first boss again. But I'm assuming he will be more dangerous with his fireballs now, so we'll avoid them a bit. Oh, it shoots at it then. Why did then? Oh, that was lucky. So 2 lives still. We didn't lose one during that boss fight, which is good. So Fantasyland Stage 6, guys. We're going to push through. We're really pushing through now. Yes. Can't see us getting to the end of 6 though. 2 lives to go, and lots of these angry heads about. Yeah, everything's starting to shoot at you now, so you've got to be really careful. Down with the squids. Down with the squids. Even they're shooting at me now, so be careful with those too. And also for the rocks. Unfortunately, guys, Stage 6 and Tree Harrier is down. Unfortunately, we lost our last life to a rock, so we might have to rename this one Rock Harrier. But absolutely amazing. Just as an extra in there, we have a complete 3D shoot 'em up. And I tell you what, if it just had this on it alone, it'd be worth the asking price. Xenocider on top of it is a bonus. So let's just check out the final mode. We've also unlocked a Manic Mode, which was... basically, it's the main game on steroids. So I think you have to play both routes to each stage in one go before you get to the boss. And there's a very, very limited amount of power-ups. So what Nods Gamer tends to do is live dangerously. And we're going to pump all of our points into shot. Nothing into shields, nothing into health, and just see how far we can get. So we want no force fields and no nukes. We're going to go for the Nods Gamer style of extra blaster, extra blaster. Come on, there we go. Because the enemies are hit point sponges, usually. And if we can't upgrade our Xeno any further than that, then you need all the firepower you can get through this, because there are more enemies in the standard game. So we'll see how far we can get into the hardcore mode. And, yes. Just buy Xenocider, guys. It's amazing. So again, when you're playing the main game, it's very different to the Space Harrier we were playing. You use the left and right triggers to move the Xeno to the left and right of the screen. The A button is fire, which you can constantly hold. X and B activate your shots or nukes or whatever extras you've chose to use. And the aiming reticle is, you know, basically what you use to move it around the screen with your analog stick, should I say. But one tip, if you are playing this for the first time, go straight into the options and whack the sensitivity of the aiming reticle slider all the way to the top, because once you've done that, it just makes the game infinitely easier to play, because the aiming reticle moves so slowly when you first try the game out that maximum sensitivity in some cases isn't enough, but it does make the game much easier to play. So you can tell, if you've seen the playthrough I've already done, you can tell that there are much more enemies now. Oh yes, the Y button is jump too. Our Xeno's wearing a different outfit too, which I've only just noticed. And you now, instead of collecting Dreamcast, it looks like you collect Sega Mark IIIs as your bonuses. But I did have a quick go on it to start with, and when you collect the bonuses, you don't seem to be able to add them to your Xeno at the end of the stage, which is why I said at the beginning, pump all the points into shot. And just get good at dodging the enemies, because there's no way to upgrade any further than that I can tell during this mode. So we'll nail all these lovely enemies. Come on, mate. You and you and you and you, all you bats. So this is different to the usual. We have the longer stage. Oh, I missed that bonus there. I wonder if you collect all the bonuses you can upgrade. I'm not sure. But we missed one. To get those squids, because they are a nightmare. We're not doing too bad, we're not doing too bad. My only reservation is some of the later stages where it gets foggy. You find it very difficult to see which enemies are coming. But other than that, it's not so bad. You just have to be watching for him. As soon as he appears a few pixels on the horizon, you can shoot him. So get on them as soon as you can. Otherwise you get overwhelmed, especially with these squids, because they just home in on you. The bats like to spit all over you, which is nice. You want bad acid, don't you? Oh, nice, nice. There we go, so there's a stage boss. So now I haven't used any of my extra power-ups, so we're going to use one of the extra shots, which will help us wear this guy down. As soon as that one expires, then we use the next one straight away, just to keep nailing him. So it's all about just hammering the boss, really, and avoiding it where you can. And I'm not doing a very good job of avoiding it at the minute, so there's every chance we might not make it through the first stage yet, people. There we go. There is always audio cues before it attacks as well, but the difficulty I have here is I can't hear the game. So you're at a slight disadvantage there, especially in one of the later stages, because each enemy makes a distinct noise. And you hear them before you see them, so you know what you're about to tackle. So once we get to the swamp stage, we might struggle a little bit, because I can't remember which patterns the enemies come at you in. And to be fair, in hardcore mode, there's a lot more enemies as well. So there'll be new waves to deal with. So hopefully we can get through the swamp stage. But anyway, onto the underwater one. A bit slower now, we're not on our hoverboard. But I'm just trying to kill all the enemies as they appear, which is why you don't tend to see many. I'm just popping them. Well, they're pixels, like I said earlier, before they become a problem. Again, boost. Keep using your extra powers, because they do refill. Well, that second one's refilling. You can use the other. More squids. More homing squids. You get loads of little fish on this stage as well. When some get too close to the camera, they just remind me of the silly little sort of fish you used to see in Nintendo 64 games, like Banjo-Kazooie and stuff. Just like low poly, big eyes. They do look funny. I like it. Right, so we'll use another shot of power, and that's charged up before we get overwhelmed by squids again. Just need to decide and get that tentacle, because I remember there's a Mark. Is it Mark 3 or Mark 2? I don't know. I never had that system. So yeah, you collect those instead of Dreamcasts anyway. There's more of them in the stage, but you get Xeno coins for picking them up, but you don't get an opportunity that I've found playing this mode to spend your Xeno coins, which is, it sort of puts you at a massive disadvantage in the later stages. The first couple of stages of the game aren't so bad. Let's deal with the laser turtles. There we go. Look, there's a big-eyed fish. They make me laugh. I don't know why. I've got a very weird sense of humour, people. We've got laser beam turtles down here in the water as well. They like sorting out with their laser beams. Freaking laser beams. So this is usually where stage 2 ends as well. So the continuation now, we're going into what looks like a giant coliseum. But what you got to watch out for is there's floating bombs that you can see just on the horizon. Because when you get close to them, they shoot at you and then they explode, which is always good fun. Also, these rocks here contain little enemies. If you get too close, they try and snag you. So make sure to give them a wide berth where you can. Watch out for those little bats, whatever they are. I do like the boss at the end of this stage, so if we get to him, he's pretty cool. It's like a hermit crab that's decided to live inside a shipwreck. So you can kind of gauge the size of the hermit crab. He's a big bleeding hermit crab, people. Extra shots. Collect the health. Yes, we need the health. We definitely need the health. Let's take out those squids. They're probably one of the most dangerous enemies in the game, if you ask me, because they just home in on you and you can't dodge them. If you miss them when you're shooting, that's it. That's it. They will get you. No, the gormless fish are getting me. Go away. Go away, gormless fish. I'm telling you, stop it. Getting pretty frantic now. We do need some health. I don't think we're going to get any. We've got another collectible for what it's worth. So here's our boss. There's a giant hermit crab in the ship. So when we get past this guy, remember we've got virtually... Well, yeah, we've got the health you start with, so we're not off to a great one here. So we're trying not to get hit by this guy. You've got to hit him in his googly eyes and avoid every attack he decides to throw at you. There's usually bombs, which they're what usually get me. Or he'll spin around like he did then and get you with his claw. He's a right crafty git, this guy. There we go, look, he's done it again. That was lucky. That one wasn't lucky. That one was stupid, I walked straight into it. Whoa, whoa. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I was too close to him then. No! Come on, mate. We've got you this time. We've got you. Oh, straight into one. That was nice. Clever. Not clever indeed. There we go. So I was going to have one life on this, but I'm not having that boss take me out the way he did. So if we die again now, that's it. So onwards to the next stage. Love the way the planets explode at the end. And just the insane amount of score you get for doing anything. Points, 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 people. Planet All. O-R-L. Oh. This is the one I was on about earlier. Like I said, when you get to some of the later stages, you have to listen for the enemies before you can see them, and this is one of them. Each enemy makes its own noise, so you know where it's going to be coming from above you, below you, it's going to jump out on you. so we'll be careful here. As I had a disadvantage, I really do need to invest in a pair of headphones. But we'll see how far we get. This stage has probably one of the most difficult bosses because he doesn't have a health bar like a normal boss would. There's 4 heads sticking out the side of this planet, and you have to have them all dead at the same time in order for the boss to die. So in the normal mode, it's easy because by this point you've upgraded the power of your shot to be insanely stupid, and you can just wipe out the boss in one go. But in this mode, I can feel it's going to be very difficult to take him down. It's going to take a long time to do. So we'll see once we get to the boss how we're going to tackle this guy. But yeah, my only reservation about this stage is you could have pulled the fog back a little bit, just so you could see the enemies. But perhaps it's a design choice, really, to make the stage feel a bit more difficult. It does have you panicking while you play. But like I said, when you can hear it, each enemy makes a distinct noise. So before you see it, you know what you're getting in for. You know what to prepare to be fighting, whether it's going to be above you, you need to dodge it, etc. But yes, this stage is going to be a pig, and I can just feel it in the water. So let's continue. So I didn't hear those bugs then. You've got a lovely little homing shot that follows you. Oh, and these are horrible as well. So this is usually where the stage ends on normal mode, and I can see us continuing to the next part of it now. These power-ups. These enemies are taking a lot more of a beating than the previous stage. We don't want to get ourselves overwhelmed. Bonus right there, and some health, which is always useful in this mode. So watch out for those serpents on the ground. This is what caught me out the first time round. Not dodging them. They will bite you every flipping time. Get these guys. Oh, just at the right time. So here's the boss in question. We'll see if we can dispatch this guy. So we're here with full health, but you can't shoot him in the main body of the boss, even though it's a face. You have to make sure all 4 of these heads are dead at the same time, which sounds easier than it is. Because we've been constantly moving left and right like this, it makes it very difficult to focus on just on one. So when you've got that one left, by the time you've killed it, one's grown back, and it's just a nightmare, a nightmare. And it's usually that one there that gives me all the stress. What we got to at the same time, then one comes back. I don't know if they've got less health every time they regenerate, but it's going to be a difficult boss fight, so we're going to have to wait for both my shots to power up. Oh no, oh no, oh no, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, I thought I had him there. I thought I had him. Come on, mate, be nice. Be nice to Nuts Gamer and die. One more hit and we're gone. One more hit and we're done for, guys. Oh no! So there we go. There we go. We'll exit out of that mode now because I could just see myself playing this all day. So much fun, but so insanely challenging as well. That is Xenocider on the Sega Dreamcast. So what is there left to say? Xenocider on the Sega Dreamcast is an absolutely fantastic indie game. It might as well have been a retail title that came out with the system all those years ago, because it is so much better than a lot of the PAL released dross that I played back in the day. Xenocider is definitely worth every single penny, guys. You've got the Space Harrier mode in there, you've got the main game with 2 different routes for each one, you've got a hardcore version of the main game, you've got an endless shooting bonus stage minigame, you've got achievements and all the other extras on top of the difficulty of mastering each stage and getting that high score. I cannot recommend this game any higher. It is probably the best indie Dreamcast game I've played to date, guys. So do yourselves a favour, stick a copy in your Dreamcast today. I've been Nuts Gamer, this has been Having a Blast, Xeno Blast, Xeno Style, Xenocider. Please like, please share, Talk to me in the comments, but most of all, guys, please take care, and we will see you next time. If I can put this flipping game down. It's that good.